What if there was a simple way to improve your performance? Wouldn't you do it even if it was simple? Well, good. I'm Dr. Nate, and I'm here to help you find those simple solutions that will help you live your best life, help you perform at your best at all times. Sometimes simple solutions are just that, they're simple. The other day, my eye was super irritated, but once I got the eyelash out, it felt better. I know that's not rocket science or anything, but the same thing can go for our performance. Most of your problems come down to the way you have been mentally programmed to respond to situations. And the way your programming fits together in your brain, the way your neurons link together, it has been pushed by your limbic system in your brain. Basically, you are pushed with this fight or flight response to your problems. And so the easiest thing to do is to eliminate some of this interference that you're naturally programmed to do, and then you'll perform at a higher level. It's kind of like if your computer has a virus. If you take the virus out, and then your computer performs well. You don't have to restructure the computer or anything, just get rid of the virus. The same thing goes for some of the problems we experience with how we interact with life. If we'll just get rid of some of that interference, boom, your brain, your mind, your systems, they're all gonna lift up and your performance is going to improve. So let's talk about this just a little bit. Your brain is like any other organ. It just does its job. Its particular job is to think thoughts. Now, you are not your thoughts. I know you have that a little bit confused, but you are not your thoughts any more than you're the raspberry jam toast that's getting processed in your stomach. It's just something that happens. There are two types of thoughts. There are automatically generated thoughts, and they're consciously created thoughts. Now, the thing is, there are way more automatically generated thoughts in your mind than conscious thoughts. And usually these automatically generated thoughts are not helpful at all. Most of the time they do two things. One, they'll just kind of create a running commentary on the world. And it does this so that your mind can feel more in control. It's like this fear mechanism that wants to control everything, and it feels like you'll be safe if it's in control. So you just be like, look, a tree, or listen to that bird, or look, a dog. And even if you don't notice, sometimes it's that statement saying, I don't have a running commentary going through your mind. That's the running commentary. It's designed to keep you safe. So it just describes the world, even though you don't need this language to describe the world. You can instantly look and perceive a tree, perceive a dog, perceive different things. You don't need this running commentary. The other thing that your thoughts do is sometimes it just throws out random thoughts. And most of the time you don't even remember most of these random thoughts because they're just random and they have no impact on your life. But some of these random thoughts, because of the way your brain particularly has been wired together, will trigger some sort of memory. It will cause you to have an emotional reaction, cascading hormonal reaction that gives you a pleasant sensation and brings back pleasant memories. But as a species, we have a strong negativity bias. So most of these times, these random thoughts will trigger feelings of anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, anger, comparison. And your mind doesn't really care if it's a positive or a pleasant response or a negative response. It's just trying to get a response. And when it gets a reaction, especially if it's a strong reaction, and this can be a negative reaction, it'll be like, ooh, let's push on that button. Let's see what happens. And then we try and resist it and fight it because we don't like that unpleasant sensation. But the more we try and resist or fight or run away, it just reinforces that neural pathway and leads to subtractive performance. It leads to a subtractive emotional, mental, and performance state. In other words, we do worse because of it. So the question is, what can we do about all of this? Well, the first step, and the one we're going to talk about today, is just be aware of what's going on in your head. If you're not aware, then you can't make any sort of action. You can't move forward at all. Living with your mind is kind of like living with a roommate. You've just been doing it so long, you don't even notice for the most part what's going on. Dude, and roommates can be crazy. Dude, one day I came home, and this is years ago, decades ago. I come home, I walk into the kitchen in my house, and there's my roommate getting shaved in the kitchen, using our kitchen pots and pans that we cook pasta in, getting shaved in the kitchen by his girlfriend using our pots and pans. It's like, what is going on here? The thing is, your thoughts are kind of like that. They're kind of random and crazy. Trust me, spend some time becoming aware of what's going on in your head, and you'll start to notice some of these patterns. Then we can take effective action here. So if you want to remove this computer virus, those things, that interference that is causing you to not reach to your potential, it's causing you to error, to have emotions or reactions that you don't want to have, the first thing you need to do, your mission for this week, is just to watch. You don't have to fix your thoughts. You don't have to change them. You don't have to do anything about them. Just start to become aware of what's going on. As you do this, you're going to be able to more easily take the next step. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.